JaNay Honest. I'm Daron Sutton. And I think what's most exciting for both of these programs, I mean, one's disappointed they lost. That's Arizona. I think what's most exciting is they both topped their best for a match this year. And that's a big step for both organizations.
Yes, and that's exactly what you want. Both teams didn't have a perfect meet, but that's okay. But I think they both showed out and really faced adversity, looked it right in the eyes and really proved themselves. And I think that'll add to their confidence going into the rest of the season.
I think it was a very, very clean meet, too. I think there were a couple of miscues. They were costly, but they had teammates step in. I think it speaks to the elevation of this conference as a whole. Look, you performed at one of the top programs in this conference at UCLA, but this conference is better if programs like Oregon State, Arizona State continue to rise inside that top 20. Everybody wins in this conference. When that happens, the numbers get bigger.
Yes, like you said, everyone continues to rise, and I always like to think back the pack, and it really comes down to that team effort, really curating that lineup. If you do have a fall, who's going to show up and not be fazed by, a mistake and worrying about needing to drop that score, and that's exactly what we saw this evening. We
had a fun interview with Hannah Sharp. She even told us where she and her boyfriend and the family's going to pay are going for dinner. I love that part of it. But she really is the heartbeat of this program. Emily White, by the way, was massive on beam, had a fall on floor, struggled on floor. But how good is Hannah Sharp? Are you enjoying seeing her evolution? Do you look back on your veteran years when you were an athlete? You got to see a little bit of yourself in her as she gets better and better and more confident.
You do. You really find your voice. And with her to be a veteran, and, she was talking to us about how she talks to her teammates and really reminds them, to be present and really enjoy these moments and think about your love for the sport, because that's what's really important, and that's what's really going to take it back and really remind you why it matters and why you're doing what you're doing.
And I think one thing that's important to mention for Arizona is their strength on vault. They won on vault. They were strong on vault. That's something they needed to improve upon. A 49.225. That's one of those little things. When we get to the end of the meet, we forget to look back to the beginning. And for Arizona's second rotation, they were very good on vault. That's a positive to build on.
Such a positive build. And like I mentioned, I was beaming at vault for both schools, because for ASU to come out and really hit a 49.3, 995s, those exceptional scores that we saw in the beginning when we broke everything down, and just Arizona also did the same thing. They were right under a 49.3, so just continuing to build on that, because they're going to want to see those scores come Pac-12s, regionals, and hopefully nationals.
You have the best notebook in the world, by the way, and I'm going to tell you, inside of that notebook are incredible notes. These coaches, two very good coaches, and talking to John and Jay, and you did it. I mean, I kept sneaking a peek at all that you knew about the performances and what the athletes were trying to accomplish. It just reminds you, through your notes, through your analysis, these two programs are in really good hands with these coaches.
Such great hands, and I am very excited to see where they go in this season, because they're on a really great track, truly.
Honest, grab that cake right there.
My cake.
She got a birthday cake.
Here, let me take off the...
It's JaNay Honest's birthday. We say happy birthday to her. She's JaNay Honest. I'm Daron Sutton. If you know how to get in touch with her on social media, wish her a happy birthday. Send her some love. Until then, ASU victorious.